Hello friends, today we are going to study about chapter electrostatics. In that we will study about potential energy of a system of two charges in an electric field. In an electric field. In last lecture, we have seen the electric or potential energy of single charge in external electric field. Now we will discuss about this potential energy of system of two charges in an electric field or external electric field. But before that, I want to tell you one very important notice, that is, due to certain technical issue, one lecture was missed in previous set. जो पिछले लेक्चर्स हमने सेंड किए थे, एक टेक्निकल इशू की वजह से एक लेक्चर वहां पे मिस हो गया था और वो अभी हम एज सुन एज पॉसिबल उसको अपलोड करेंगे एंड दैट विल बी 2.1 in which there is expression for potential energy and what is the concept of electric potential. मैंने डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन किया है, तो you have to watch that video. The naming of that video will be electrostatics 2.1. Due to certain technical issue वो अपलोड नहीं हो पाया था. Okay, now we will concentrate over here potential energy of a system of two charges in an electric field. In last lecture, we have seen what is this potential energy of a single charge. What is this potential energy of a single charge in external electric field, and that was given by PE for a single charge is equal to which is Q times of VR, where VR is the potential at that point and Q is the magnitude of the charge. But over here, we have to see that now we have two charges. We have two charges. Then what will be the potential energy in external field? In first lecture, we have seen that what will be the potential energy? What will be the potential energy for a single charge, which is QVR. Now we have to see what will be the potential energy for system of two charges in external field. In external field. Okay? Then, for that, now you have to understand that since we are moving a single charge inside external electric field, in previous case which we have seen, in that what happening if there is no external field and if we bring the first charge, from infinity to first point, there is zero work done. But over here we have external field. Over here we have external field. And we are moving this first charge, then there will be certain work done. And that will be converted in the form of energy, and which will be nothing but what? QVR, which will be QVR, which we have studied in last lecture. Then that will be QVR. Now the next thing is, now we are bringing the first charge, there will be certain work done and it will be get stored in the form of energy. Now the second thing is, if we move the second charge from infinity to that point, now the second charge will be having a force due to the external field as well as due to charge 1. Are you getting this thing? In previous derivations, if we don't have external field, अगर हमारे पास external field नहीं है, तो उस केसेस में क्या हो रहा था कि पहले का वर्क डन जीरो हो रहा था जब हम इंफिनिटी से उसको ब्रिंग कर रहे थे, और सेकेंड केस के लिए उसको दूसरे चार्ज के अगेंस्ट मूव करना था, Q1 के जगह दूसरे Q2 चार्ज को अगर हम मूव कर रहे हैं, तो उस केस में ये इसके अगेंस्ट वर्क कर रहा था, ओनली चार्ज Q1. अब यहां पे क्या है, when you move this Q2 charge from infinity to that specific point, then at that point of time, this charge will do the work done against external electric field as well as field created by charge 1. Are you getting this thing? Now we will see what will be the systematic way to write it. By PPT. Okay, now you can see over here what will be the systematic way to write it. The potential energy of a system of two charges in an external field. In order to find the potential energy of a system of two charges, Q1 and Q2, located at R1 and R2 respectively in an external field, we can calculate the work done in bringing the charge Q1 from infinity to R. I told you, yeah, I told you that in previous cases, when we are moving the charge and if we don't have external field, for the first charge, work done will be zero. अगर फील्ड नहीं है तो फर्स्ट चार्ज के लिए इंफिनिटी से एक आर डिस्टेंस पे लाने के लिए वर्क डन क्या होगा? जीरो. बट नाउ वी हैव अ फील्ड. Then if we have a field, we are doing certain work, then it will get in the form of energy, which will be shown by QVR, where Q is the magnitude of charge and VR is the potential at that point. Okay, then see this from B in the said process, work done will be Q1 VR1, which we have studied in last lecture. Now see here, to bring the charge Q2 to R2, the work done is not only against the external field E, but also against the field due to Q1. Exactly. Work done on Q2 against the external field will be Q2 VR1, and the work done, see this, अभी आप ये चार्ज लेके जब आ रहे हो तो अब इस पे जो फील्ड होगा वो Q2 चार्ज की वजह से भी होगा और एक्सटर्नल फील्ड की वजह से भी होगा. तो एक्सटर्नल फील्ड की वजह से जो उस पे वर्क डन होगा, that will be Q2 VR1, and work done on Q2 against Q1, अब Q1 का भी फोर्स होगा, तो that will be equal to Q1 Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught R12, where R12 is distance between these two charges. First of all, what we are doing, we are moving a charge from infinity to a specific point in external uniform field. We are doing certain work done. This will be Q1 VR1. Now we are moving the second charge from infinity to a specific point. Now for this, the work done will be against external field as well as due to the field created by the first charge. And this, the work done by external field due to external field will be given by Q2 VR1, and this charge will do a work done against this charge also, which is Q1. That will be Q1 Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught twice of R1, and the distance between these two charges will be represented by R12. Now, by the principle of superposition, what can we say? We add up the work done Q2 against the two fields. Work done in bringing Q2 to R1, which will be Q2 VR1 plus Q1 Q2 4 epsilon naught R12. Now we are doing the work done against the first charge and external field by the second charge. Therefore, the net work done will be the summation of these two individual summation, and this is called it as superposition. अब हम इसका टोटल वर्क डन अगर निकालेंगे Q2 को इंफिनिटी से उस पॉइंट पे लाने के लिए कितना लगा, फॉर दैट व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू टेक इट्स addition due to the external electric field as well as due to the charge. This will be Q2 VR1 plus Q1 Q2 whole divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Thus, from equation C and D, the previous equation and this equation, potential energy of the whole system, now due to the whole system, because over here, first charge has done certain work done, second charge has done work done against the external field as well as by the first charge. Therefore, the net potential, net work done will be get converted into net potential energy. then that potential energy of whole system will be Q1 VR1 plus Q2 VR2 plus Q1 Q2 4 pi epsilon naught R12. And you know that all the variables. VR1 is the potential at charge 1, which is R1 distance away. VR2 is the potential at charge 2, which is R2 distance away. Q1 and Q2 are the magnitude of the charge 1 and 2 respectively. And this will be the formula for potential energy of a system of two charges in an electric field. Now see over here, potential energy of a dipole in an external field. Now what we have seen, first of all, we have seen the electric potential for a system of two charges in external field. Now we will see what will be the potential energy of a dipole in an external field. For that, see this first of all. We have plus Q charge and minus Q charge. We discussed this diagram earlier in previous lecture. ये डायग्राम हमने डिटेल में स्टडी किया है प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स में, बट तभी भी आपको यहां पे भी कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना है. See this, electric field is uniform, therefore it is represented by parallel lines over here. Then if we see plus Q charge, the force on plus Q charge will be in the direction of electric field because this is a positive charge over here. Since it is a positive charge, the force acting on this one will be in the direction of electric field, which will be represented by QE. Second thing, we have a negative charge minus Q. Since it is a negative charge, the force acting on it will be in opposite to electric field, which is shown by minus QE. Now, see over here what is happening. This is positive charge and this one is negative charge. One force is over here, one force is here. Now you know that whenever there are two forces acting in opposite direction to a single thing, then that will be called it as torque. That will be called it as torque. And due to this forces, it will not displace linearly. It will start to rotate. Then this rotating force is called it as torque. बहुत केसेस में हमने देखा है जब एक फोर्स इस डायरेक्शन में हो, दूसरा फोर्स इस डायरेक्शन में हो, तो वो सीधे डिस्प्लेस नहीं होता. इंस्टेड ऑफ लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट इट स्टार्ट्स टू रोटेट, and this rotation is not due to the force, linear force. It is totally due to the torque, which you have studied in 11th class. Okay, therefore the torque is acting on it. Instead of using the word force, over here there will be a torque. What is torque? Couple of forces, the two forces which will having same magnitude but acting in opposite direction. The distance between the positive charge and the negative charge is twice of L. That is twice of L. Then the angle made by this with the electric field is represented as theta. Dipole moment will be acting in upward direction towards a positive charge, which we know earlier, which we have studied in 11th class. The distance between two charges, plus Q and minus Q, is represented by twice of L. The distance between plus Q and minus Q is twice of L. Okay, this is the thing, this much is twice of L, this half will be L, this half will be L. Is it okay? Do you have any doubt regarding this? If you have, you can ask us on WhatsApp. Okay, see this? These are the things. Okay. Now, the detailed explanation of the diagram. You can write this explanation in your language. इसमें कुछ मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि आपने एक प्रॉपर इंग्लिश यूज करना है और यू हैव टू राइट इट लाइक दिस. You have to basically explain that diagram. Okay, it contains half marks in derivation. Consider a dipole with charge minus Q and plus Q separated by a finite distance twice of L, placed in uniform electric field E. It experiences a torque which is represented by toe, which tends to rotate it. I told you that since there is two forces which are acting in opposite direction, one is this direction, second one in this direction. Due to this, it starts to rotate. And this rotation is not due to the linear force, it is totally due to this torque. Okay, this torque will be represented as toe, and the formula of toe will be P bar cross E bar. You know that P bar stands for electric dipole or moment, electric dipole moment, and E bar is electric field. Then you know that whenever there is a cross product, what is A bar cross B bar? That is AB sine theta. Then over here we will write tau is equal to PE sine theta n cap, where n cap stands for the unit vector and the value of it is 1. Therefore, we have written PE sine theta. In order to neutralize this torque, let us assume an external torque, tau external, is applied. Since, see this, the force is acting on this, like this. To hold it steady, we have to do external work done. अगर मैं इस पेन को यहां से छोड़ देता हूं तो it will directly fall downward direction. But if I apply a certain force, it will be steady. Same thing over here. Since due to the torque, it will start to rotate. To make this charges at its same position, I have to use certain external torque. इसको रोकने के लिए मुझे एक external torque apply करना पड़ेगा. And when I apply this external torque, it will get stored in the form of energy. Exactly. Because I am doing certain work done, and this work done will get stored in the form of energy. See this. It rotates in the plane of the paper from theta naught to angle theta without angular acceleration at an infinitesimal small speed, work done by the external torque. Now we have to discuss that if it is moving like this, very small displacement is there, the initial angle will be theta naught and the final angle will be theta. Then for that, what will be the work done? That we have to find. Initially theta naught, and then slightly it moves, then there will be new angle will be theta. The change will be represented by theta minus theta naught. Then you know that whenever we have to find the work done, and if we have a small work done, small quantity, we take its integration. Therefore, it will be work done is equal to theta naught to theta. We are doing work done from theta naught to theta displacement. See this, previously theta naught, and it is moving, small movement is there. We are doing certain work done to hold it over here. The small, now the new angle will be theta. The change will be theta minus theta naught. Then what will be the work done from theta naught to theta? It will be written as W is equal to theta naught to theta, tau external of theta d theta. Now, what is the value of tau external, which we have to balance? That will be equal to tau, which is integration runs from theta naught to theta, PE sine theta d theta. PE sine theta is the value of tau external because it will balancing the internal torque. Then if it is balancing the internal torque, then it should be equal to internal torque. Therefore, external torque will be same, which is PE sine theta, which is PE sine theta. Now, then see this, I told you earlier that anything which is constant, it is always taken outside the derivative or integration. Since P is electric dipole moment, therefore it will be constant since magnitude of the charges is same. Therefore, it will come outwards. Since electric field is uniform, it will also come outwards. And we will having inside minus cos theta, theta to theta naught. These are what basically the limits. These are the limits which are theta to theta naught. We write it over here. Then next thing, see this now, is equal to PE minus cos theta, theta upon theta naught. Okay. Now, in integration, we have to operate the limits. And how we operate it? First of all, we have to put theta instead of theta, then minus instead of theta, theta naught. According to the formula, you know that पहले हम थीटा के जगह जो अपर लिमिट है वो प्लेस करेंगे, और अपर लिमिट क्या है थीटा, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ थीटा देयर विल बी थीटा माइनस. नाउ वी हैव टू प्लेस द लोअर लिमिट. व्हाट इज द लोअर लिमिट? That is theta naught. That will be instead of theta, now we have to write theta naught. Means first of all we have to write down the upper limit in that case, minus we have to put the lower limit, okay, which is theta and theta naught respectively. See this, it will be PE minus of, instead of theta upper limit theta, minus cos of, instead of theta lower limit, which is theta naught. Since when we open the bracket with a minus sign, this minus minus will become plus, and we have a newer equation as PE in the bracket minus cos theta plus cos theta naught, which can also be written as, in simplest form, PE cos theta naught minus cos theta. This work done is stored as the potential energy of the system in the position when the dipole makes an angle theta with the electric field. Now, since we are doing certain work done, this work done will get stored in the form of potential energy, and at that point, what is the angle made by this? That is theta with electric field. Okay, the angle made by dipole moment with electric field is represented as theta. See this, now we will see the zero potential energy can be chosen as per convenience. We can choose for convenience or for simplification, we will take zero potential energy. U theta naught will equal to 0. If U theta naught is equal to 0, then U theta is equal to PE in the bracket cos theta naught minus cos theta. Exactly. For convenience, we have taken U theta naught as 0. If initially the dipole is perpendicular to the field E bar, if initially the dipole is perpendicular to the field E bar, it will be like this. Now the dipole moment is directly perpendicular to the electric field. This is electric field and this is dipole moment. Then initial angle between them will be, obviously, that is 90, which is represented by pi by 2. Then theta naught is pi by 2. We will put cos of pi by 2 minus cos theta over here. Then can you tell me what is cos of 90? Yeah, exactly, that is 0. Therefore, this will be P minus of PE cos theta. Okay, that will be minus of PE cos theta due to certain mistake. Over here, it should be minus. Sorry, here should be minus PE cos of theta. Okay, therefore, since this is cos theta, we can say that there will be a dot product between P and E. It can be written as minus P bar dot E bar. Okay, here there is a minus sign. Sorry for that. Okay, now we got the first condition. Now we will see for the second condition, that is if initially the dipole is parallel to the electric field E, then theta naught is 0. Now see this, this is the electric field, and if the dipole moment is like this, then what is the angle between them? That is 0, since it is parallel to electric field. Yeah, therefore it will be U theta is equal to PE cos of 0 minus cos theta. And what is cos of 0? Yeah, exactly, that is 1. Therefore U theta is equal to PE in the bracket 1 minus cos theta. Now we have discussed the special cases for potential energy for electric dipole moment. For in the first case, the initial angle between the dipole moment and the electric field is 90 degree. For that, the potential energy will be minus PE bar dot E bar or minus PE cos theta. In second case, for the second case, if dipole moment is parallel to electric field, the angle between them is 0. And if it is 0, the potential energy can be represented as U theta is equal to PE 1 minus cos theta. Now, we will discuss about application of this whole thing which we have studied earlier. The one of the important application is electrostatic shielding. What is electrostatic shielding? To protect a delicate instrument from the disturbing effects of other charged bodies near it, place the instrument inside a hollow conductor where E is equal to 0. This is called electrostatic shielding. In simple language, shielding means protect करना, guard करना. तो ऐसा कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट हमारे पास है जो अफेक्ट कर सकता है एक्सटर्नल इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड से, वो अफेक्ट हो सकता है, उसके रीडिंग में चेंजेस आ सकते हैं, उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, तो हम उसको क्या कर सकते हैं, गार्ड कर सकते हैं, शील्ड कर सकते हैं. If we have a conductor and inside that if we place that sensitive device, then what will happen? We know that inside the conductor electric field is always 0. Inside the conductor electric field is always 0. Then by this what will happen? It will be get shielded due to electrostatic. Therefore it will be called it as electrostatic shielding. कि कंडक्टर के अंदर वो सेंसिटिव डिवाइस अगर हमने रख दिया तो एक्सटर्नल फील्ड उसको अफेक्ट नहीं कर सकता, बिकॉज वी नो दैट इनसाइड द कंडक्टर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज 0. और ऐसे क्वेश्चंस नीट और जेई में पूछते हैं, व्हाट इज द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इनसाइड अ कंडक्टर? दैट इज ऑलवेज 0. Therefore E is equal to 0. Now see, thin metal foils are used in making the shields. अगर हमने वो डिवाइस के अराउंड एक फॉइल लगा दिया तो इट विल शील्ड दैट डिवाइस, वो शील्ड का काम करेगा. और वो फॉइल जो कंडक्टिंग है तो इनसाइड दैट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल बी 0 और वो अंदर के डिवाइस को अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा. देन during the lightning and the thunderstorm, it is always advisable to stay inside the car than near a tree in open ground, since the car acts as a shield. Exactly. आपने सुना होगा कि थंडरस्टॉर्म के टाइम पे, लाइटनिंग के टाइम पे वीज कड़कता ना, अपन काय करतो, इट इज ऑलवेज एडवाइजेबल कि गाड़ी के अंदर बैठना चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस कार इज मेड अप ऑफ अ कंडक्टर and inside the conductor electric field will be 0. Then this is also one of the example. So next time onwards अगर कभी thunderstorm होता है तो we should be inside the car instead of below the tree. Then we have to study about Faraday's cages. It is an enclosure which is used to block the external electric fields in conductive materials. ये भी सेम वर्क करता है, यहां पे भी एक कंडक्टिव लेयर बनाने की वजह से वो अंदर की इफेक्ट को बाहर जाने नहीं देता और बाहर से कोई अंदर डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं होता. जब आप यहाँ पे कवरिंग करेंगे तो वो अंदर वाले चीज को, सिस्टम को अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा और अंदर वाला बाहर को अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा. इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक शील्डिंग, MRI scanning rooms are built in such a manner that they prevent the mixing of the external radio frequency signals with MRI machines. जो आपने MRI machines के बारे में सुना है तो उनको जहां पे रखते हैं उसकी रूम का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एक ऐसे वे से किया जाता है कि बाहर का कोई रेडियो वेव्स, एक्सटर्नल फ्रीक्वेंसी इंटरनल को अफेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए और अंदर जो फ्रीक्वेंसी जनरेट हो रही है वो बाहर नहीं जाना चाहिए, तो वो उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने का काम करते हैं. एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ प्रोटेक्शन विल बी कॉल्ड इट एज फैराडे केजेस. ओके, तो जिससे एमआरआई मशीन का रेडिएशन बाहर नहीं जाता और बाहर के रेडिएशन भी अंदर नहीं आते. ओके, देन वी हैव कंप्लीटेड अप टू दिस पॉइंट. इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल स्टार्ट विथ डाइलेक्ट्रिक्स एंड पोलराइजेशन, विच आर ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स. एंड वन मोर थिंग कि एक लेक्चर ड्यू टू टेक्निकल इशू अपलोड नहीं हुआ था, वो अब हम बहुत एज सून एज पॉसिबल उसको अपलोड करेंगे, which is in between the second lecture of electrostatics and the third one. Therefore, the name of it is Electrostatics 2.1. और उसमें बहुत important topic हमने किया है according to board examination, which is expression for potential energy and concept of electric potential. Okay, thank you.